Anyway, now after all of that intense action, we have to go to the final. It is Lorenzo Casati, Leonardo Casati, two brothers in the final, unbelievable, and Cohan Van Dijk, who will all go for the crown at this year's Red Bull King of the Year 2025. Can you contain yourself, Colin?
No, I can't. It's absolutely electric here. We've seen an electric final from the women's division, and now we're heading into a hyped-up electric final with two new finalists, and one of them a rookie. And in this year's Red Bull King of the Year again. So strap in, ladies and gentlemen. This is what you've all been waiting for. Day 3. We've gone to 3 days of big air kiteboarding to bring you the penultimate crown in the world of kiteboarding here at Kite Beach in Cape Town. So it's going to be a doozy, as you say, Lewis.
Yeah, and Lorenzo Casati, we had those stats earlier. 4 semi-finals, converting all of them now. 100% of the time he gets to the finals, setting a bit of history in the process, but I'm sure he will want more than that. Setting off the buzzers, Cohan Van Dijk, we've just missed that opening trick.
What a start.
But we'll bring it to you. And here is, he's won this before, Lorenzo Casati, going straight in with inverted front rolls. Oh, on top of the wave as well. He's
claiming it on the way down. He's saying, I'm here, I'm hungry for a second crown. Lewis, statistically, it does seem that the odds are in the favor of Lorenzo, but it's never over after 15 minutes. It's a 15-minute heat. It's anybody's game of the way these three guys have been performing.
Yeah, and it's hard to tell them apart here as well, as we see it. Mega loop delayed, back row into 2 rotations. I think there was a board spin in there as well from Leo, who, for me, I can tell he's got the black rash vest. Very easy to see who Cohan Van Dijk is. He's got the black Kite North versus Haarlem in this final of the Open. Big welcome to you here, 5:30 local time in Cape Town, in the mother city, the home of big air kiteboarding. Where have you been? If you have just tuned in, but you've made it just in time. Aborts that. Oh, he goes for that one.
He goes for it. Very late on the takeoff there by Leonardo. Oh, nice. Oh, it was Lorenzo. The blue and the black vest is claiming us a little bit there, but Lorenzo really capitalizing on that late takeoff there.
He must have felt he could make that, you know, like when you go for one of these breaking waves and it gets you. But he's gone straight out to sea. He's seen something. Look at that reaction from a past champion. He's just powered through that wave, although at that time it got the better of him. But that is reactions from the top rider to just quickly go back out like that. But
he wanted to capitalize on that kicker before it broke, so that was good awareness, good situational awareness there from Lorenzo, but not as lucky as his previous takeoff. Ruben, welcome back in the booth, dude. Talk us through this replay.
Thank you so much. So a tornado from Cohan with a dirty loop towards the beach, right in front of the crowd.
See where his hand is there? That's how fast. Oh, he had a bit of a crash there, Ruben, unfortunately. We've missed one there from who was that on the way out? That must have been Leo, but his hand was right up against the middle of the bar with that dirty loop. That's how quick kites loop these days. You don't need your hand on the end of the bar.
Yeah, of course, design and development in high-performance kiting gear never stops. And Lorenzo Casati doesn't stop either, by the looks of it. Already ranking into the 20 points.
Lorenzo Casati, but there, Cohan opting out of that kicker. Wind also playing interesting games with us, but it is still kind of in the earlier parts of the afternoon as far as the wind conditions are concerned. Usually here in Cape Town, around about after 5 o'clock, the wind usually picks up even more, but we've had good wind for much of the day. As we see a quick replay here. Oh, nice rodeo there from what looks like Leonardo in the black vest. Board spin on the way down with what looked like a dirty loop. I stand to be corrected on that one, but
better takeoff then from Lorenzo Casati. This looks odds on. I bet he doesn't crash this much. He's happy. Hand goes in the air. Remember, everyone at home, he is in contact with his family on the beach via radio on the back of the helmet. I wonder how they worked that out with 2 of them in the final. That's an interesting one. 2 brothers. Which one do you tell what's a bit like Formula 1? Didn't feel the lift on the way up, though, did Leo Casati. It was a bit too poppy on the way up. Maybe the board just slid out from underneath him, so he's going to have to recompose him now, the younger brother of Lorenzo. I mean, I can't believe it. We've got 2 brothers in the finals. It's crazy. But here is Cohan Van Dijk looking to repair the damage on that crashed dirty loop with rotations on the inside. And oh no, again, what a devy.
The risk here on the inside, just not getting as much height compared to when you're going out towards the back. Oh, but the man from the Netherlands seeing himself in his first final, Ruben, you'll be stoked to have that. I know we are. He's been hungry for it, hungrier than most. After best performance only on his debut in 2022, making to the semi-finals, and this year stepping it one up.
Well, Cohan, you could already see his emotions were high, and he's super happy and proud of himself. So he definitely wants to become king, but if you can't beat Lorenzo or Leonardo, then you have to settle for a third place, and I don't think Cohan is ready for that, so he's definitely going to give it all he can in this final.
If you're wondering what kite size is, I'm pretty sure they're on 9s out there at the moment. It's a nice takeoff with a double back roll, dirty loop, and a board off. Very not going crazy. I think the wind's just had a little lull out there, boys.
A lull, yeah. Now you can see it on the water. When you start seeing these clearer patches and not these rough patches, then it indicates it might just be a big dip. But again, the most all-round complete big air rider is what will be crowned in just over 10 minutes. There we see in the black vest, Leonardo Casati, a reminder, just 16 years of age. Double back loop, board off, dirty loop, board spin on the way down. Landing it nice and cleanly. He needed that, Leonardo. That was good.
And they're having to change their styles now because the moves aren't the same when the winds drop. They have to force it more. The kite's looping slower. We saw really a slow kite loop down there, but this looks like a vertical takeoff. This is going to be a high scorer from Cohan, who's connected with the perfect wave there, Ruben.
Massive doobie board off and 2 added rotations on the way down, and of course including that massive kite loop. Great angle there and great composure for Cohan Van Dijk.
Massive doobie.
He needed that. He did that. That was
sounds like a plan, mate.
It sounds like a plan to win the 2025. Again, guys, this is finals 2025 Red Bull King of the Air finals day. There is 3-time podium finisher Lorenzo Casati, mega loop board with a nice board flip. It looked like 2 board flips there. Ruben, correct me if I'm wrong.
No, you're totally spot
like
on.
Oh yeah, that was sweet.
But
Brilliante.
what a risk taken here by Lorenzo by flipping that board again. Like if you drop it, you're separated from your board, and it's some precious time.
Technical skill, like just a high risk.
And look how close he is with his brother now.
Well, I'd like to see a replay there. It almost looked to me like it was like a rewind board flip. I wouldn't be surprised if that was one way and then the other, but it was a bit far away. But here we go.
It was same direction flip.
Okay, sure about that.
Yeah, man.
Oh, what a takeoff! Here it is.
Massive doobie, tornado, dirty loop.
He needs to land this. If he does, it's going to be comfortable. He will. He does. Brilliante there from the young Italian. Oh man, that is sensational stuff there. Pazzesco there from Leonardo.
Do you reckon they're still in the same room, sharing a bunk bed? I mean, how'd you discuss this?
Oh, it's going to be an awkward night on the table.
A night in the bunk beds. How'd you get on today? I just podium to the King of the Air. Me too. Wait.
Nice.
Wow.
The brothers in the final. They did it. What a great strategy.
Pulling away here. They're pulling away. Cohan Van Dijk needs to get that third trick score down, but he's got 2 decent ones at the moment. 8 minutes and 15 seconds remain, as we see in the background Leo Casati just checking his watch on the inside. Cohan Van Dijk right foot forwards with a simple mega loop board off. It's not going to score 6.5 or more, which is what he needs if that trick's really worth it. Helps, helps not to crash it. That will stay in the judges' minds, but the riders have got to be clever here. The conditions now are harder to get top scores, so to get that variation score, they've got to decide, is it worth going down that route, or is it worth trying to up some of my big scores?
Yeah.
100%. Here goes Cohan Van Dijk with a massive quadruple back roll board off.
Oh, controlling the landing, just tightening up his core there on the landing just to get his body round. Oh, but look at this response. Woohoo! Drone in trouble.
Double back roll, maybe triple for Leonardo.
Who's now in the lead? He's now in the lead, boys.
Oh, my word. Wow. Leonardo Casati, are we going to see...
surely not.
Are we going to see the youngest ever rise to the top position? Leonardo Casati taking it down. Maybe his weight adding to his advantage just slightly with the conditions here.
We're going to have to rename this Red Bro King of the Air.
Red Bro King of the Air.
Here's a quick replay. Taking his board off on the inverted back roll there, yanking on the front hand, making it a dirty loop. Plenty of time to spare. What experience from a 16-year-old.
I know, this is crazy. They're upping it now. And they've got some up their sleeve as well, remember. We know Lorenzo Casati has the ability to land wrapped or blind. And I think these are the perfect conditions, Ruben, to pull that off. But maybe it's a little too early for that. Surely not now with 6.5 minutes remaining.
Wow, what a final, bro. Look at these scores coming through. And they are looking to up them in the remaining 6 minutes and 40 seconds. So we are going to see some wild action and some wild variety.
Can you imagine what it's like? Bro, how's it going, bro? How you doing over there?
Yeah, thousands of people on the beach just trying to hook my most insane tricks right now. How you doing?
Hey, let's block him out.
Oh, double front rotation inverted there, board off with a dirty loop there from. Oh, nice. He likes it. Yeah, you can hear the cheers from the crowd on the beach. That was spectacular there from Lorenzo. Tricky sometimes to tell them apart. A reminder, Lorenzo in the blue vest, Leonardo in the black.
And we got Cohan here in the yellow jersey about to take off again. What has he got for us? A kite loop, board spin, leg,
through the feet.
flick.
Putting the board through the feet. Is he going to skip?
Not super clean.
Does take it. He does take it. A bit of individuality in that one. That's his signature one that Ruben, you're not so convinced on just yet, but it keeps his scores ticking, because we can see on the scoreboards then is about 1.5 between them all here, which is still close. You know, it's a very close heat, but this for me will be all about who can up it. Cohan needs to go unhooked. Leo, I don't know what he's got up his sleeve, but Lorenzo, I definitely am expecting to see some sort of blind or wrap landing from something.
And it looks like Lorenzo definitely has his overall impression score strategy, because his blue line is just on top there, and that score will be added at the end of the heat to the other 3 high scoring tricks that you see displayed on the screen. And there goes Cohan again with that tornado board off.
Nice landing
towards the beach.
He definitely improved on the last one that he did there. That was excellent work there from the man from Holland in his first ever King of the Air final. We have dropped underneath the 5-minute mark as we see the varieties very close between Leonardo and Lorenzo. But Leonardo looks like he's spotting something, not coming all the way back into the beach, this time heading out left foot forward, but...
wow. Oh, smooth.
Landing
he liked it.
Oh, and his brother responding in the back, but
It
not
affected
able.
him, it rocked him, but I'm looking detailed into the stats here. I've managed to find a moment. Unbelievably, 6 trick attempts from different categories. Lorenzo Casati is actually smashing the families right now. He's got 4 is the closest, Leonardo Casati, but Lorenzo out the blocks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 moves, all over 6.5. He's going to be the one that's leaning towards that score at the moment.
He's definitely got some king energy rolling, but also his brother Leonardo Casati.
Oh, you gotta be kidding me!
You can't land that.
Wow.
You gotta be kidding me!
What a move. Is that the moment Lorenzo Casati has that hand on the trophy, trying to get 2. He's got 1 before, but that was definitely upgraded. Ruben, we need to see a replay of what just happened there.
Board flip with a tornado? You gotta be kidding me?
After the board flip, I think, as well.
Yeah, it was after the board flip,
yeah, it really dropped out of the sky. That is going to get a big score.
Oh, man. Okay, come on. Let's see what the man from the Nederlander can do.
He needs
Cohan
something
Van
big.
Dijk.
Cohan Van Dijk.
He does. Ruben, you know what it's like to be there. You know what is needed in times like this, my bro.
I don't. I've been out there, but I didn't know what was needed.
we didn't have all that data on our smartwatch.
I was just happy to be there.
Here's a quick replay from Lorenzo Casati. Back rotation, mega loop.
Board flip, and then the tornado.
It's really different. And just to be clear, there's lots of viewers watching this in the kiteboarding industry thinking that's not the way it's called. We called it this. These riders are doing things with mega loops, and that's why they have to ride. They're telling us here when we're asking, what is that move? Is it a board spin, a board flip? They are telling us, and because they're mega looping like Cohan Van Dijk here, they are the ones that are writing history and are able to call these trick names.
Great extension, full body extension there. Ruben, you liked Cohan's technique on that mega loop board off.
Yeah, it was a classic Cohan, super high, super stylish, getting leveled with his kite. But I don't think it's going to add up towards the technicality that the 2 brothers are showing in this heat, in the Red Bull King of the Air finals. What a phenomenal action here from all these riders.
Oh, and again, ladies and gentlemen, if you look on the top left-hand side of your screen, Lorenzo Casati posting the first 8-point trick or higher in the finals, an 8.1.
He nearly broke the scoreboard.
My word, this is incredible, the back-to-back, the back and forth between Leo and Leonardo, but Cohan really bringing in the style, really appreciating his style at the moment. Quick replay here from him, Ruben.
There he goes, with a little bit of a air
walking
He
on
wasn't
air.
sure about, I think he had something else on his plate there. He was thinking about something else maybe, but time is running out for these riders now. 2 minutes, 5 seconds remaining. Lorenzo Casati in the lead by almost nearly a point, but he's got variation in the back, although it's at 5 actually now for Leonardo Casati, but the big high score for Lorenzo, that 8.10. One thinks it's going to be tough to come back for the others now.
Nice back roll, kite loop, board off for Cohan, and another added rotation. Happy on that, but
he liked it. He liked it.
The scores are definitely pretty tight, but the overall impression score will do the talking in 1 minute and 35 seconds.
Wow. Wow, cannot believe it has come down to this. 2 riders seeing themselves in their first ever King of the Air final. Lorenzo has the experience of 4 years in a row being in this position. He knows what it takes, and at the moment it does look like he's edging it. As you said, Lewis, he's got 6 unique tricks, whereas Leonardo has 5. Cohan has how many, Lewis? 3. He's got 3. Thanks for that, Louis. As we see, great takeoff. Yeah, look at this takeoff.
Wow. Off cap. Tornado. No
come
way.
on.
Yes.
This is going to be huge.
What a shot! What a shot from the FPV pilot. Even his brother felt it. He liked that one.
Absolute belter here from Lorenzo Casati, just showing what he's made of here in the Red Bull King of the Air finals. Yeah, just showing us why he is the king.
Absolutely
phenomenal,
phenomenal scenes here with a huge one from Lorenzo. I got a feeling that is going to drop away his 8.1 and become his highest trick yet with just under 30 seconds left, ladies and gentlemen. 30
Unhooking.
seconds. Unhooking.
He's gonna make it.
He's got the handle pass. What's he going to do next?
Hold it. Jesse Richmond all over again. Go. Oh, he didn't get the downwind.
Massive dangle pass.
Huge dangle pass that should add to his variety. That might be it for Cohan Van Dijk as we see 10 seconds left. Let's see what else we got. Down to the wire. There in the air is...
Wow.
No, dropping his board, Leonardo.
It's all over, boys.
Wow.
There goes the buzzer. We did see one other rider flying through the screen. We'll get a replay of that. There was 3 tricks in the space of 15 seconds between these 3 guys.
I think
heart-stopping action here.
I think it has actually broken the score system. I've just got loading in front of me here. So many tricks we saw from Lorenzo Casati. He barely crashed anything. It's going to be hard for me. I can't see anything else there. But those last moves could make a difference. But so many moves. I mean, nearly 8 or 9.
Lou Ruben, talk us through this one we missed on the replay from Cohan.
Another kite loop board off from the fin from Cohan.
Someone in the background unhooking there. I bet it was a Casati.
No, this was too basic of a move, and I think that secures Cohan in 3rd place. But let's wait for the results. What a phenomenal final here at the Red Bull King of the Air 2025.
Wow. Gents, what did we just witness? We already see a lot of energy. I think there's a strong suspicion amongst the crowd that Lorenzo has taken it. And yeah, it does seem so as per the scores and the tricks that we saw throughout. But we will anxiously stand by to give you the result. But you can see that he's looking at the screens, looking at the iPad. Gents, it looks like it was Lewis. It looks like it was his.
I mean, you couldn't have had a better heat, really, could he? His brother's done well, but he knows. I think it's being broken to him, and it's been confirmed. We'll wait till we see that on your screens, but for his sake, I hope it is him. But he does look... what a belter of heat. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 tricks in a row, all over the baseline 6.5. This could be the highest scoring heat ever. This is unreal.
No, but standing by there now on the beach is Teresa, who will break the news. Take it away, Teresa.
Your 2025 Red Bull King of the Air champion, Lorenzo Casati!
What a moment then as Lorenzo Casati embraces his brother and the rest of his team on the beach, taking his 2nd Red Bull King of the Air title. He will definitely now be looking to make history. What a family moment we're seeing down there.
Emotional scenes. Those of you from around the world, take in what you're seeing in front of you as you see a very emotional Lorenzo Casati finishing 2nd place for 2 years in a row behind Andrea.
And it's his now at 34.02 to 31.12, 27.18. Back at home, we've got one name for this. We call this a hurricaner.
Hurricaner, but Lewis, let's not take away Leonardo Casati at just 16 years of age. According to my calculation, I'd love it if anybody can correct me, but I think Leonardo Casati is the youngest podium finisher ever in the history of the King of the Air. Wow. Jamie was also 16, but as far as the months are concerned, Leonardo is younger, but I'd love to be corrected on that. Either way, again, 16 years old, what an accomplishment.
What a moment. He just looks like he belongs there. We talk always about these top 5 riders. Now, Leo's definitely going to be in the hunt. Unfortunately for Cohan, it wasn't to be here, but this man, can anybody stop Lorenzo Casati?
To both of you, what an incredible performance. First of all, how are you feeling right now with your family here?
Well, I can't describe it. It's just crazy feeling, you know. This final was amazing, and the best thing, you know, it was to share with my brother and with my father. And I mean, getting back the King of the Air this year was a dream come true. And you know, also win a trilogy, the 3 biggest competition in the year, and we done it. Yeah.
What does it mean to you to have your brother in your heat and your dad next to you?
I mean, amazing. You know, I was seeing he was also for the part of it in front of me. So, you know, I was even more motivated to push, because for sure I could not make it beat me. So I just went full send, and yeah, just so stoked about it, you know.
Congratulations, let's celebrate!
Yes.
Oh, emotional scenes. And Lewis, to add to the statistics of that final score that we saw there from an absolutely elated Lorenzo Casati. Looks like it's just Lewis lost for words with this incredible final. But his overall impression score, 9.78. Interestingly, that equals Liam Whaley's record of 9.78. He has equaled the overall impression score here in the finals. And
I mean, I can only imagine what this is like. I've got two brothers, but there's plenty of people watching this who've got brothers or sisters just thinking, what must that be like to stand there, you know, 16 years of your life as well. Remember, Leo's so young. I mean, I can't imagine what that'd be like. They don't even kite surf, my brothers. Imagine sharing this, but here are some of the replays of the heat. Lorenzo Casati just looked like something out of a training day for me. We've just seen him go through this so many times. He had the variation, he had landings, he just straight out the bat. We're counting like 9 or 10 perfect moves here, Colin.
Yeah, no, and he did his homework. He did his homework, as was evidenced already from round one, just racking up the points, all of them above 6.5, maxing out that variety score. And unbelievable display of all-round big air kiteboarding.
Yeah, it was, and that's what we're looking to reward, the most complete rider. But just like good champions do, he found a way to step things up here near the end of the heat. We really liked this back roll board flip into a tornado as well, and then coming inside, showing us variation. I mean, just look at this. Do you ever at one moment think he's going to crash this? He's so in tune with his equipment. He was getting the height, extending the legs. He ticked all the boxes, Colin.
He really did. He ticked the style. He ticked the height. He was ticking the technicality. And there was a young Kung Fu pass.
How technically
missed from that.
How technically well executed was that as well? You know, we didn't see that. You're right, that must have been right on the buzzer. And
that was on the buzzer. We did see it in the background there, so that just shows again, ladies and gentlemen, he did that same trick in the finals last year. Last year, again, a reminder, losing out to Andrea with 0.18. 0.18, a devastating second position from last year. Oh, but a relieved first from this year. Look at these scenes again here from Kite Beach in the mother city of Cape Town. If you've never been here, ladies and gentlemen, book your ticket, get down here and come and be a part of incredible scenes.
That's a proud father right there. I can't imagine what that would be like to children. Just, I mean, what must he be saying? And he's been so instrumental to his sons here, you know, on the beat, always supporting them, follows them around the world, making YouTube videos. He's definitely somebody that I don't think they could do without. The families these days of these young riders. Oh, look, they're even making a video. They're even making a video right now, you know, but they're everywhere. I mean, he's actually really handy, a filmmaker as well. He's got the good gear.
Really good with it, yeah. Let's hear a little bit, for those of you viewers, let's hear what he has to say with his informal interview.
What a moment, you know. What are you going to do next year? Next year, keep riding the thing, even harder.
Come on, get that mic in there.
Again, emotional scenes as they make their way up to the podium of the most coveted position in the big world of big air kiteboarding. So this was finals, this was 2025. And again, Lewis, just what you were saying with that overall performance from Lorenzo, just really ticking all the boxes. I don't know what else to say with it. Just one of the most complete performances I think we've seen.
I think the conditions allowed it in the end. It didn't drop too much. It still was good enough. And they train in these wins as well. And I think the conditions allowed it. Another thought quickly, Colin, here before we get to this podium. I'm competitive with my brothers. This is all nice and family, and we're stoked to be 1 and 2, but I just wonder what is going through the younger brother's mind right now. Is he looking at this thinking, I want some of this? I'm happy for my brother, but you know what? I want some of this, because that for sure is something we're going to see play out in our lifetimes.
Definitely. I think Leonardo can hold his head up so high. What a performance at just 16 years of age, making it to the podium, and a phenomenal second place. Looking at the family scenes, and I'm looking there in front of me, and I'm a big family man. Big shout out to Mom and Dad. dad and sister. Love you guys. And as a family man, I think Leonardo is having the time of his life. I think he's having the time of his life, not just enjoying a second place, but enjoying the first place with his brother, with his family, with his father. I think he's over the moon.
Yeah, because he would have heard about all these things from his brother back home. How does it really feel behind the scenes? And now he's established himself as a top rider. This is the moment that he gets to walk up that famous private walkway, up the sand, and he will be ushered into position, and there'll be people around him saying, quick, get your board, make sure your stickers look good. But yeah, this is where your team really comes in around you here, and it's the moment, one of the highlights of your life, you know. Certainly for me to stand there of some sort. I just wanted to stand there. For these riders, some riders, that's good enough. For other riders, they want to stand there in first with the trophy, you know, and to do it multiple times. So yeah, depends on luck of the draw. Sometimes who's in your generation, you know. You got a guy like Kevin Langeret and Aaron Hadlow, domination, but I think we've seen two riders here that are going to dominate as they now congratulate the women. You thought we talk about crowds down here, Colin, but it's always good to see when you see the podium.
It is an incredible scene as everybody gathers around the judging tower. They're in front of the leaderboard with the continued embrace there. There's Lorenzo and Cohan embracing one another. Cohan Van Dijk, a Red Bull rider, hungry as ever for the finals and first place, but unfortunately to be denied this time. But he's had a couple podium finishes this year. He'll be very happy to be on the podium of big air kiteboarding.
He's rounding a good year here. I think it's his third podium. Really firmly is one of the top 5 riders in the world. But in the women, I mean, there's actually this much has sunk in now, having to watch that final of the men. Embracing Zara Kugenrad is Natalie Lambrecht and Lana Herman as well, and Ruben Lenton and Teresa will be performing. We'll be told very shortly, I'm sure, Colin, to keep quiet. But it's there's always interesting scenes before a prize giving. Just look how quiet everybody is, all chilled. It's going to erupt in a minute.
It is. In the next few seconds, I suppose, you're going to hear the applause of a lifetime. And let's not forget, we ran a historic second women's division final at this year's King of the Air, as well as the most rounded performance, arguably, that we have seen in the men's or opens division final here at the 2025 Red Bull King of the Air. You can still see a lot of wind filling in. And it has been a spectacular day of finals. We started off with women's round, women's final, men's final, and Lewis, a loss for words at that incredible display of kiteboarding that we saw there.
Yeah, family domination there in that final. That was unbelievable, but it is time to hand over now to see the official prize giving.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much from the bottom of our hearts for being with us here today in person and of course on the live stream. So give a big round of applause for yourself for bringing the vibe, bringing the energy and supporting these world-class big air superstars. Yeah! And of course, a massive shout out to all the athletes that have been performing for us during the Red Bull King of the Air 2025. What a show it was. So thank you all the riders here at the Red Bull King of the Air. Woo! The judges, the organization, the sponsors, of course the local community, and last but not least, Graham riding with us in spirit. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. And without further ado, this is the most prestigious big air kiteboarding event in the world, and the women's division for the second year in a row impressed us big time. So Therese, what have we got?
What a historic moment for the second time in a row. Our 2025 Red Bull King of the Air women's division. In third place, our rookie from Slovenia, Lana Herman. Coming in strong, in second place from the Netherlands, Sarah Hugel. And in first place, our 2025 Red Bull King of the Air Women's Division Champion from Sweden, Natalie Lambrecht.
these champs, Nathalie Lambrecht, your new Red Bull King of the Air champion in the women's division. It's champagne time, baby. That's right, champagne time here at the Red Bull King of the Air. Put your hands together for Zara Hogerraad, Lana Herman, and Nathalie Lambrecht. Marty with the reflexes. Nice one, nice board save. Spray, spray.
Nathalie, you've been working so hard for this moment. Is there any specific method or people you want to thank out there?
I want to thank, well, this is scary because it's so many people, but my sister and my coach Michiel and the whole Mystic and North team. You guys have been amazing. I couldn't have done it without you guys, like.
Thank you so much.
Guys, congratulations, Nathalie Lambrecht. What a performance, absolutely incredible. And as we continue with the champs of the Red Bull King of the Air Open Division in the 2025 edition, it was wild. It was crazy. And to see two brothers in the final, edging out in third place from the Netherlands, Cohan Van Dijk! Big C in the house. Congratulations, brother. Really showing us the style, the power, the commitment, and the variety. Congratulations. And in second place, at 16 years old, from Italy, Leonardo Casati! His debut here at the Red Bull King of the Air, ending him in a second place, just below his brother, the current Red Bull King of the Air champion, Lorenzo Casati, baby! Congrats, King! Give it up for your new king! These riders really showed us what they are made of, what the modern extreme big air kiteboarding looks like, and how to keep yourself composed in the most prestigious event in kitesurfing, the Red Bull King of the Air 2025 champion, Lorenzo Casati! Nice photo moment for these champs. Give it up one more time for the champs. Incredible action, incredible style, incredible performance. I mean, you look like you're on another level. What does this mean to you, this exact title?
Wow, I'm without words. First, I want to share this moment with Graham. I know he's up there watching this. and I think it is the best for sure. I want to say congratulations for Cohan for such an amazing riding, and congratulations to my brother. He was riding amazing, but sorry, you have to wait till next year. And last, I want to thank my dad for all the support, for all the help, and for all the training we did together. And without him, I wouldn't be here today. And as well, thank you so much for my sponsors. Without you guys, I wouldn't be here today. And thanks for the amazing public here that was watching the competition today here at the house. You guys are the best.
Wow, wow, wow. Thank you for those beautiful words. Like a real champ. One more time. Lorenzo Casati, Leonardo Casati, and Cohan Van Dijk. Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen. Let's quickly head back into the booth.
Cool.
Lewis, iconic scenes.
Yeah.
With Lorenzo Casati joining the ranks of 2 or more crowns. He's been waiting for 2 years for this, so absolutely brilliant. And again, this was an all-round complete performance. And again, at just the 16 years of age, we see Leonardo rise to the podium and Cohan finding his first final. It doesn't get any better than this.
Such is the way with all sports. Domination has to continue in some ways and end in other ways. You know, Natalie Lambrecht now surging forward into the limelight there on the top of the podium in the women. She's been hanging around so close to the top. Yeah. Now she's the name that everybody's talking about. Leo Casati emerges as the younger brother that we're talking about. Lorenzo Casati, after such a good year, looking for that double Red Bull King of the Air championship. He's got it now. Will he now go on a journey in the next years? It's just so exciting in kiteboarding. And the ages are unreal. No. 16, he couldn't even drink the champagne there. No. And I didn't what? Did he drink it?
No, I don't think so. I think he just sprayed it out. So very responsible there from him, from the young man. But let's take a quick look, Lewis, at the overall results from the women for this year's King of the Air event. So stay with us as we go through just some results of what has been 3 days of incredible big air kiteboarding.
Joint 5th place, Pippa van Ursel, Svenja Zoe Peters, unfortunately, in the first round, out 3rd. It was Lana Herman. Francesca Maney, who had to settle for 4th place as Zara booted her out in the semis. But the final finish, Natalie Lambrecht in 1st place, Zara Hugenrad took 2nd, and Lana, in her first ever King of the Air women's division, finishing 3rd. She'll be happy about that and to have got on the podium. Now we're going to switch over to the men's, the open division here, Colin.
This was, again, also the women doing a fantastic job. But here are the results. Let's work it from 4th place down. Zach Adams, Lucas Cerruti, Parker Sage earning a well-deserved 4th place. And then moving on down there, Jason van der Spey, very unlucky. He would be bummed about his performance. But Jason Timo Shahar also in a respective 7th place. As we, Jeremy Belanders, we saw devastating scenes there from him, emotional, finishing in 7th. But he will be back. Giel Vlucht also frustrated at the conditions in day number 3, but a good performance there from him. Andrea Principi also in 7th. But let's quickly go back one page as well, just to discuss a little bit more of what was incredible results and performance and upsets that we saw at the 2025 King of the Air. We saw the reigning king from last year knocked out in the dying seconds. But Lewis, back on page number 1, let's talk a little bit further about what we see here.
I just want to see it. I just want to take that in. 2 brothers, Casati, 1 and 2. Just look at that right now. That isn't a typo or anything you're seeing right now. It's very difficult. They both start with L, I know, but 2 brothers at the top. We have never seen that, you know. Also the other double on that screen, or the double if you like. Great results for the United States of America. They are back. Zach Adams and Parker Sage. The South Africans must be happy as well. Luca Cerruti and Jason van der Spey in the top 10. No podium for you this time round, Colin, but they done pretty well.
No, they did. And Luca Cerruti also rewriting the script with this injection of a foil kite there into his round 3, which worked in his favor. So again, it's been a great, I feel that there's been advancements for each of these riders. Each of these riders have advanced in some way, shape or form at this year's event, and that's what it's all about. It's about progressing.
Yeah, and I think another real win here for the 2025 edition was that real clarity in the variation score, which has been talked about for so many years. Some events just have one trick. That's all scores. You're just your best trick scores. we here are trying to really give the rider that's the most complete on the water the championship,
Exactly,
you know, and that's the way it works here. So 3 your best tricks and the variation score. They all know where they stand, as we do when we're watching too.
It is, and they'll be taking a good look online to learn from what has been an incredible event here at the 2025 Red Bull King of the Air. Lewis, before we're about to sign off, any last words for the viewers on what has been an historic day?
I don't think there's anything more left for me to say. That is, there we go, year number 13, on to the next one, year 14. I mean, could it really get that much better? What an amazing time that was.
It was an incredible time. And listen, from myself and Lewis here in the commentary box, I want to thank each and every one of you for joining us at the 13th edition of the Red Bull King of the Air, bringing you the world's biggest and best big air kite surfers. But we invite you now to sit back and relax and enjoy the highlights from the 3 days of incredible big air kiteboarding, and stay tuned online for highlight packages. There's going to be plenty of buzz on the internet, so please soak it in and come and be a part of the world's biggest stage in big air kiteboarding. But from us here in the commentary box, from Ruben and Therese outside, we bid you farewell, and we will see you next time. Have a good one. All the best.
Bye-bye.